Sepah of Iran and the nation of Iran. In the past 40 years, Iran has been under huge pressure in every direction. Sanctions beyond imagination has been put on Iran for the nuclear technology which Iran possesses and is so advanced that the other nations have been trying to get to, and at the same time trying to stop Iran developing its nuclear technology to be far ahead, that it could be a danger to the others. With the support of Sepah of Iran and Iranian leadership, the Keshe Foundation makes this announcement and will be supported by Iran leadership in the coming days. The announcement on behalf of the Keshe Foundation, the Iranian nation and the Iranian leadership and Sepah of Iran is as follows. The Iranian nuclear industry, the whole knowledge, the whole entire research centers and development centers and the knowledge Iran has gained in nuclear technology as of today, the 4th of March 2021, will become international knowledge. Iranian scientists from today will teach every nation how to develop nuclear technology freely and without charge from the Iranian research centers. We open the scientific achievements in Natanz and in other positions in Iran. It means the smallest island on this planet, and the American nuclear physicists who've been trying to understand the work of scientists of Iran now can travel to Tehran and learn firsthand. The reason for it is very simple. As I explained to the Iranian leadership, to the American officials, and to the others, Iran is in possession of such advanced technology that has captured many of the most advanced technologies of the West, that does not need the nuclear technology to be sanctioned for. It is our privilege to teach the rest of the world the Iran space technology at the same time as the nuclear. This move means all the European nations will have access to the edge of science of nuclear weapon and nuclear technology if Iran had a weapon. So there is nothing hidden. We open all our research centers to the Chinese, to the Russians, to the South Africans, to the Brazilians, and the small state of whatever you want to call around the world. The smallest island nation will have access to Iran nuclear technology on the edge of science. You have scientists who want to learn it. We make the knowledge of nuclear weapon in a way accessible by all of us, as Iran will teach every scientist how to develop, how to make the systems, and this way we make sure that nuclear technology will not be used by no nation. I thank the Office of His Eminence Ayatollah Khamenei of Iran. I thank the Sepah leadership and the Keshe Foundation knowledge seekers that they have stood resolute to bring peace as part of our work. The announcement we are making, and we have made, stands and supported by the Iranian nation and by the Iranian leadership, that we come to this point. Nuclear technology has become accessible by all of us through the open teachings of the Keshe Foundation in plasma technology, and the Iranian nuclear scientists through the Keshe Foundation TV will teach most of the achievements of Iran. Will teach the space technology of the plasma the same way through the Keshe Foundation television. Will bring the American, the Chinese, and the rest of the world nuclear scientists to debate how we're going to use the nuclear science in a better way in space. In a way, you sanctioned us for our knowledge. Now our knowledge becomes everyone's, and let's see how you sanction the world. My decision as the head of the Keshe Foundation and my advice to my leadership in Iran and Sepah has been simple. Knowledge in exchange for peace. And Iranian nuclear centers are knowledge centers to the advanced technology of plasma, and they are open to all of us to create a peaceful condition for the rest of us. We do not see any reason for the sanctions or negotiation as has been instructed by Iranian leadership, Ayatollah Khamenei of Iran. We do not negotiate with Americans at 5+1. Now they need to negotiate with us in what we teach and what we do not teach to the others, that they might protect their interests. In a coming time, immediately after the leaving of the office of Ayatollah Rouhani of Iran in May, Iranian nuclear scientists under the new leadership in government will start the process. We do not move at the present with Ayatollah Rouhani, as the Keshe Foundation sits in the structure of the leadership of Iran. We don't create a drift between the leadership and the government, but on the departure of the present government, the Iranian borders for nuclear technology is open. From rocket technology to space technology will be open to all the nations. We are even prepared to teach it to the Arab nations on the Persian Gulf, as much as we'll teach it to the Israeli scientists, the Russians, and the Americans. In a way, by everyone having the knowledge, we all become peaceful. And by understanding the new ways that the plasma technology can bring so much benefit, we diversify what we call the weapon technologies of today into the systems to make tools of peace. It is very simple. Keshe Foundation has taken the lead in peace process, and as I told you, for a few weeks, we'll bring you a new message. And the new message is simple. Iranian knowledge in nuclear is free for everyone to learn. We do not need IAEA to watch what we have. From now on, we need IAEA to decide how much is going to be taught to the rest of the nations on this planet in the use and science of nuclear, as every nation has become a space program nation through the Keshe Foundation technology, that how they will use it in their space flight. What does the nuclear knowledge will bring us in space? As I said, we take big steps, and with it, we carry a lot of responsibility. I was told the last 2 weeks is all promoting. Yes, till 21st of March, we continuously promote Keshe Foundation in what has been achieved and what is there to be achieved. As I was in the interview with the Italian 1-11-11 last night, we showed how the Keshe Foundation has been working in the background with different nations to create a peaceful situation. As many of you have seen, the Keshe Foundation has been working directly with many nations, and in so many ways now we show you how the Keshe Foundation has brought peace through its operation with other nations. In a way, we work with the Americans with the invitation of NASA. We work with the Iranians, as we show, with the work of the Keshe Foundation. We work with the Italians for the same purpose. And if an Iranian nuclear physicist knowledge can be shared by other nations for themselves, now it can be shared by us. As I said, if you look, Keshe Foundation nuclear plasma technology is shared with Iran and is announced by Iran, as much as the American NASA headquarters requested to be shared with them. Now we don't work behind the scenes anymore. Now we don't encourage the Israelis to become peaceful nation, but receiving technology. We have shown the documents of what we call operation of the Keshe Foundation with the Italian government. We have shown the work of Iran with Keshe Foundation in respect to overcoming what we call the Corona. Now we have been working in the background in different levels with all the nations. Now we take the lead to lead the nations to peace. I would like to thank His Eminence Ayatollah Khamenei of Iran. I would like to thank the heads of Sepah of Iran in supporting that from more or less end of May, beginning of June, the world governments can send their scientists to see the nuclear process of Iran, which has been developed by the Iranian scientists over years. As I said, we do not need nuclear weapon technology. Now we need the peaceful application of plasma technology. We will force our peace program throughout other nations, and we will try to achieve what we call total unison of the peace process with the Keshe Foundation. We stay correct in all our conduct, does not matter where and how, and in that way we push with the peace process. You can contact your governments and tell them that the Keshe Foundation and the Iranian nation and the Iranian government officials and the Iranian leadership and Sepah are sharing the nuclear technology. Can we have some of our scientists to go there and learn? The way you sign for Keshe Foundation Knowledge Seekers, through the Keshe Foundation Knowledge Seekers program, will enroll you, and through the Iranian structured government, they will enroll the world scientists to be taught the art of the nuclear, that it does not become something to be afraid of, it becomes something to be proud of. As I said, your support for the Keshe Foundation over past years has brought us to this position. And at the same time, the Keshe Foundation has set its scene for the operation worldwide. You got to be aware of one thing. To take these steps is not easy. To be in front line, to take such a huge moves is not easy. But we have gathered enough support around the world to be able to absorb this and to be able to lead the world towards peace. You got to understand, by requesting and receiving the support of Iranian leadership and the Sepah of Iran, by opening the nuclear technology of Iran, which everybody was made to be afraid of, now we open the channels of peace, talks and movement. We said, and we followed the instruction of Iranian leadership. His Eminence Ayatollah Khamenei of Iran gave a direct instruction to all of us, nuclear physicists and government officials: do not negotiate with the Americans and 5+1. Unless the sanctions are brought down, then we talk. And we made the first move. The Iranian nation is opening its nuclear centers from Natanz to the rest for the world scientists to come and learn, very much like CERN. They become research centers and development. And in that process, we don't need to negotiate, as there is no reason for negotiation, as the sanctions on 5+1 and limitation was Iran not to produce. Now they want to know, and they cannot force us not to teach. But at the same time, not only we will teach the other nations nuclear technology of Iran, we will show you how Iran has made its UFOs, how Iran has developed its space technology. That is the property of the Keshe Foundation in the hand of the safe nation of Iran. In a way, the peace dividend is very simple. All our scientists around the world now can become nuclear scientists to understand how to use the nuclear technology in deep space. Nuclear technology is not a weapon to be afraid of. It's something for all of us to enjoy, to safeguard our travels in deep space. Nuclear technology now is a household knowledge and not something to be afraid of. In a way, my biggest joy is that collectively all of us will watch as the American dismantle the nuclear warhead as much as the Chinese and the rest. Because a simple island in the Caribbeans and the state of Israel and the Saudis will have the same knowledge to develop, if they want, the nuclear weapons for themselves to test, to teach their children how it could have been if the Keshe Foundation would have not taken the step to bring world peace through the expansion of new knowledge. I thank, as I said, the Iranian leadership and the Sepah of Iran for supporting the Keshe Foundation to become, in past few weeks, as one of the leading organizations, not only in peace, but in technology and science. We will cover all this as we are the creator of the news, as it's developed, as we receive the confirmation through Iranian leadership and Sepah, after the leaving of the office of Ayatollah Rouhani as the president of Iran, and the new presence of the Iranian government will take shape, and we'll follow this through all the channels of the Keshe Foundation. In a way, I congratulate you knowledge seekers that in past years you have kept the Keshe Foundation in forefront, that world leaders and the governments respectfully respect you for what you've done. The Keshe Foundation knowledge belongs to all of us and cannot be taken by ransom by no individual and no nation. We are free and we operate on the ethos of the Keshe Foundation, world peace in exchange for technology. Thank you very much. As I said, you will see how, as the head of the Keshe Foundation, I deal with the world governments, and it gives you strength to approach your governments, because now you become the messengers of peace, the messenger of new technology, and you'll be respected for what you have to offer. In so many ways, as I said, March 21 will see me to standing down as a head of the Keshe Foundation, but taking leadership in the World Peace Program and the spread of the knowledge worldwide through governments and through national organizations. I stay as the head of the Keshe Foundation. I still be involved in every part of the Keshe Foundation organization, but now the hand of the running of the day-to-day affair of the Keshe Foundation is given to new management, but the structure and the leadership still stays the same, as we leave the office of running Keshe Foundation to lead the office of the peace negotiations and the new technology and the spread of the new knowledge to take us into space. I thank you, all of you, especially the top management of the Keshe Foundation, the IT, Rick, Ella, Wang Lin, the whole of work we had done over years with Arman and the rest. The work which we took step by step, from Renan in Philippines to Jim in Australia, from the people, from Rafael from Brazil, to those knowledge seekers in Russia and the scientific back support of the Keshe Foundation in Russia. In so many ways, to the whole of the small people in little villages who used it in Amazon or in the villages of Africa. We are on the same move, we are on the same track, and this way we achieve world peace through technology. And the very first peace dividend of our work is the teaching of the nuclear technology on the edge of the science and application in plasma technology by the Iranian nation to the rest of the world. I promise you one thing, doesn't matter how we bring the peace back to humanity. And now this is the first step, that the most advanced weapon technology has become accessible to all, and the cause for peace. It'll be a very hard decision for Iranian leadership and Sabah to go through this, as they've lost many of their scientists and leaders by assassination. But the blood of what we call the martyrs of Iran scientists has paid a dividend for creating peace, bringing the nuclear technology to the level that most of the nations around the world now can sweetly share and enjoy. In so many ways, we have achieved a big milestone, and I would like to thank especially the Keshe Foundation team in Iran, Yusuf, Ali, Dr. Barapur, and the leadership of the Sabah, who's working with us relentlessly in the background to reach to this point. I thank the Office of Ayatollah Khamenei of Iran, in a way, in the background, supporting us to reach to this point. It needs a lot of courage to make such a move, but Iranians have always been the peacemakers, and we make that move. In so many ways, let's see what comes forward in the time to come, and how we lead through the Keshe Foundation television and the teachings to what we set out: knowledge and technology in exchange for peace.